Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki kun, episode 4. This episode was funny as shit. Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. Nozaki is a weird fucking dude. Like, he is a weird character, man. I mean, it was already established that he does all this shit, you know, about a shoujo manga, and he has no aspect or concept of love himself. I'm just kind of like, okay, that's a funny angle to have with a character who writes a love manga and doesn't know about the subject himself. Pretty funny. But then when he's playing the game, the otame game, the gal game, if you will, when he's playing the game, I'm just kind of like, okay, maybe he'll get it. Maybe he might understand what's going on. But he doesn't. So basically what happens, man, is that Mikorin and Nozaki are playing the mini video games that they have, the dating sims that they have in Japan, you know. And I forgot what this one was called, something 3. That's all I know. It was the third installment of this game. And Mikorin is funny. It's funny because Mikorin is doing this under the pretense of that he is very shy or whatever. He always had been shy, and he started playing these games to better communicate with women or whatever. Which, if they have some of those here, I might start buying them too. Just, you know, if that works to develop the communication with a female, that works. So if it works, I'm gonna buy them. But he buys those games and he's kind of messing it up. He's fucking it up really bad. He's not understanding what's going on or whatever. And he comes to Nozaki for help. And he comes to Nozaki for help under the, you know, assumption that, well, you write a shoujo manga, so you must know about the inner workings of a woman's heart and mind and all that shit. But no, he does not know it all at all. Like, he has no idea what's going on, and it was so funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was a lot of homosexual, like, overtones in this episode, but it was funny as shit, though. Like, it was so funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, them putting the homosexual aspect in this episode made it hilarious. It made this shit hilarious. Like, when these two fools were playing the game, and Nozaki made up the character or whatever, and the character had a best friend named Tamada or something like that, and they were just like, man, Tamada, why did you waste 3 years of your high school life? You wasted 3 years of your youth trying to help me get a girl, trying to help me be better and stuff. We're gonna write you a better story. We're gonna make you into the main character in this other thing. We're gonna write you a better story. Let's pick out a love interest for Tamada. And then they realized that the best love interest for Tamada was the main protagonist who they had just created, which was Nozaki. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, it was so fucking ridiculous, the amount. And then every time Sakura came over and it was just those two either passed out or just something weird, the look on her face was just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? So I was just like, wow, the homosexual aspect in this episode worked out so fucking well that it was just ridiculously funny. The next thing that happened was that Mikorin was invited to a mixer by these 3 dudes who were just like, well, you're an attractive guy, come over here, maybe we'll get more bitches, type of deal. Pretty much, that's how it was. And he's trying to prepare for this mixer because, again, he's shy with talking to women. He pretends that he's not, but these situations are really, really weird for him. And it's weird, though, because they show him they show girls around him talking to him, and I'm like, the girls seem to be thoroughly enjoying themselves. The girls seem, you know what I'm saying, to not mind his company, so I don't understand why he would be shy about a mixer, because for the most part, the girls were talking to him, and he's able to just parlay that little bit of conversation into, you know, a decent conversation. So I'm just like, well, dude, you probably would have done well if you had went to the mixer and not did what you did, but it wouldn't have made this episode that entertaining. So he asked for help with Nozaki about to prepare for this mixer or whatever, and Nozaki takes it upon himself to help him with this mixer. At first, Nozaki has Mikorin to play the role of a girl, which doesn't work out, and then Nozaki himself plays the role of a girl by wearing bunny ears and ending all his sentence with the pion sound. It was ridiculous. Sounded like, as I'm saying it, I'm like, wow, that sounds ridiculous. Because it was pretty weird. It was pretty weird. And Sakura comes over to help out, and because she is smitten with Nozaki, she's not able to help talk about other things in a mixer other than her love for Nozaki. Nozaki's not able to talk about anything because he doesn't know anything. So in the end of the day, Mikonin decides to not go to the mixer. Instead, he sends Kashima. She goes, but she ends up taking, for the most part, all of the girls. All of the girls are obsessed with Kashima, so they just end up with her. And that's how this episode ends, with Mikonin saying at the end of the day, Kashima was the only one who was the winner in this. And that's how this episode ends. This series is funny as shit. This episode was probably funnier than the first one. This one was. Like, when I watched this episode, I was just like, holy shit, this is fucking ridiculous. This series is ridiculous, though, man. Let me know what you guys think about it, though. Did you like this episode? Or are you liking the series so far? Do you read the light novel or the manga? Let me know, man. Bash Stampede. Gone.